Guys, it is hot in Texas, and I'm not just talking about the temperature. The market here is crazy.
That's right. This neighborhood and the other ones we're looking at today are red hot. And I don't know if you guys have ever been late to anything. I'm not talking about late to work or anything like that. If you have been late to maybe the crypto run, or maybe, that one stock you should have bought, Amazon, I don't know. Well, we don't want that to happen to you again. And that's exactly what we're talking about with these neighborhoods today.
Right, because if you've done any research on the DFW area, you know if Frisco is blowing up right now, but Frisco's very expensive, and most people don't want to pay Frisco prices. So what we're going to be looking at today may be a little bit more economical.
That's right, we're just north of Frisco, and we're in Celina, which is just a little bit past Prosper. And this is the area that is just booming right now. So these neighborhoods that we're looking at today, you definitely need to know about.
So if you've done any amount of research, Frisco is pricey and everyone's moving north, and Celina is looking like a really good option. But the easiest way to get a most cost-effective house is to get into a neighborhood early, and this one is 100% one you're going to want to check out. This is the Parks of Wilson Creek. It is in phase 1 right now, and they're about to be in phase 2, and they're pulling out all the stops. Like, look behind me, we've got all these crazy amenities. You've got lakes, there's an amenities center, they've got sports courts, activities, and a whole calendar of events as well for the neighborhood. And on top of that, the city of Celina actually bought 100 acres to turn into a park right next to the on-site elementary school. So you're definitely going to want to come see this.
So like Jack mentioned, this is gonna be one of those spots where if you're in early, you're gonna do great. So for that reason, this should definitely be on your map. And speaking of maps, we're only about a 15-minute drive to the gates of Prosper, where all the shopping and the restaurants are. So that's something to keep in mind too. So behind me, we've got 4 builders in this neighborhood. Behind me, you have Tradition Homes. So this house is gonna be on a 65-foot lot, and they do a really nice finish out. Now, of course, this is gonna be a bigger house. They've got all the bells and whistles in this one, lots of bedrooms, lots of bathrooms. The one cool thing that I thought was really neat about this is they put their fireplace in their dining area. I mean, that's to each their own, but I thought that was a nice, cool little touch. But moving on down the row here, you also have Perry Homes. Now, they also have a 40-foot product, but this is their 65-foot product. You can see it's pretty wide, and also a beautiful home here. Perry does a really nice job. This floor plan's a little bit different. It's got a real cozy feel to it when you get to the living room and kitchen area. But this is also a 2-story house. So these are really big houses. Now, these are gonna be a little bit more expensive, but again, compared to Prosper or Frisco, you're gonna save a lot of money by heading this way. Now, another thing is they have another neighborhood just north of here. I say just north of here, it's on the north side of Celina. We're on the south side, right? But a few more, if you wanna drive an extra 10 minutes to get there, you could save probably an extra 30, 40,000 of what you would have here. Now, this right here is gonna be David Weekly. Now, this is a 50-foot lot, so when you walk through these homes, they're gonna feel a little bit more narrow. And I guess cozy would be the realtor term that we would use here for something like this. But again, David Weekly builds a very nice house. These are gonna be a little bit more economical for you because they're gonna be a little bit smaller. And moving on here at the end, we've got Highland Homes, one of our favorites. So Highland always builds a really nice product. It's very windy out here today, if you can't tell by all the flags banging against the poles. So hopefully our mics are doing a decent job and cutting a lot of that out. But Highland Homes builds a very nice house here as well. You can definitely see it from all the footage. And another thing to mention here is your backyard space. You get a decent amount of backyard. It's nothing over the top. There are some lots out here, quarter lots and things like that are gonna have more space. So if that's something that's important to you, obviously the sooner you get out, the sooner, the better, the more options you're gonna have. Gosh, it's gonna be a fun day. We took a short drive, I'm talking 3 minutes from the parks at Wilson Creek, and now we're at Cross Creek Meadows. And this is another new development. They're on their beginning phase. There's only gonna be about 4 phases here, about 800 homes. But once again, this is just the start of this. So downside is the amenities aren't built out yet. You do have some of those coming. You've got a pool, you've got a dog park, you're gonna have a park for the kids. There's already trails out here, of course. But there's a few builders in here Jack's going to talk about here in just a minute. But a lot of times people ask, okay, well, you know, should I be looking here or should I be looking at the parks? They're both nice products. This is going to be a little bit more economical. With these homes, what you see is what you get. You don't get to pick things out. Whereas if you went and you wanted to build something out, then the other neighborhood is probably going to be a better bet. But this is definitely worth taking a look. If you want to no hassle, just come pick a house out. This may be a good option for you.
Now, this is a very familiar name for some of you guys. We've got trophy homes behind me. They're pretty pervasive in DFW, and we've got a lot of them over on the Fort Worth side of the Metroplex, but they're also over here in Celina. They saw that everyone's moving this way, and they want a piece of that pie as well. And they're putting a great product out, too. One thing I do really like about trophy homes is their elevations are very different, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your taste. But for the person who's looking for something that stands out a little bit more, this is definitely the way to go. These guys are building on 55 and 60-foot lots out here, and so they're making sure that you guys have nice big houses with plenty of square footage. And their sister company with Green Brick actually is right here across the street, and this is Normandy Homes. So Normandy Homes is a subsidiary of Green Brick, which works with Trophy Homes, so they're the same parent company, and they're both putting out really good products. These guys are building on 40 and 50-foot lots, so they're slightly smaller homes, and I'll say that their floor plans and elevations are a little bit more traditional, but they still have a lot of the really good build quality and features that you'll get with a trophy home as well. They have a couple of neighborhoods in Midlothian, I want to say, on the west side of the Metroplex, but they're not a super common name. And another one that's not super common is Taylor Morrison. So these guys are a little bit more popular on the Dallas side of the Metroplex, but we do actually have a Taylor Morrison community in North Lake, I want to say. So these guys, they have, one thing I really like about Taylor Morrison, they've got really good build quality, but the thing that really stands out for them are their layouts. So their floor plans, I like to call fun. They're very different from a lot of the floor plans that you'll see. They still have a very traditional feel to them, but they'll change like one or two things that really just makes the house pop. So if you want something that is different from all of your neighbors on the inside of the house, these are the guys that you want to hit up. So we're headed out to Mosaic, really nice neighborhood. The prices at the ones we just took a look at, parts of Wilson Creek, you're looking to pay between $600,000 to $800,000 for most of those houses. They do have some in the $500,000s if you're getting one of the 40-foot lots. They're still really nice houses, they're just a little narrower. But if you want more bang for your buck, you're gonna go a hop, skip, and a jump across the street to the Cross Creek Meadows that we just got done with. It's gonna be still in the $600,000 to $800,000 range, but you're getting a lot more house for your money there. They do have amenities coming in, so you may have to wait a little bit for those, but they will also have like pools, amenity centers. They've got a hike and bike trail already, so it's coming in.
Property taxes out there, I know that's always a question people have. If you're not familiar with the area, property taxes vary quite a bit. And in Celina, they're actually pretty low, but most of these developments have like a public improvement or some other kind of tax. So I think the first two that we looked at today, you're going to look at probably somewhere between 2.4 and 2.5% if you're trying to estimate taxes. So
yeah, on the upside, that PID is only going to be there temporarily, and the base tax is only what, like 2.05, I think?
Something like that.
It's really low, so not bad.
Yeah. We are in Mosaic. This is a community that's actually in Celina, but it's Prosper ISD. So if you want the very best of both worlds, you're looking at it. And another great thing about this community is we're at the very beginning. So this is, you see all the model homes behind me. There's quite a few builders out here. We're gonna walk through them here in a second and tell you a little bit about it. We've got this really cool house that we're gonna walk you through, but Jack's gonna tell you a little bit more about those builders. But big pull here is the schools are phenomenal. Like if you have a kid and you love them, you probably need to put them in Prosper ISD. Just kidding. I mean, it's a really good school district, but there's other good ones. And then they have amenities here as well. So they've got a pool with the lazy river going in right now. They're gonna have their amenity center, volleyball. I think they actually have two. Again, we're at the very beginning. I think there's like 5 or 6, 7, 8, I don't know. There's a bunch of phases coming in. So it's always good to be at the beginning. You get the best prices, you get to choose where you want to be. You're typically going to be closer to all the amenities. So that being said, we're going to take a look around at the construction here a little bit. You've got 40-foot lots here, so you're going to see There's two model homes here. We've got Highland Homes, and this is American Legend right behind me. We're also going to have bigger lots as well. Jack's going to take you through those. But anyways, this is a great place to explore if you're considering this north of Frisco area, Prosper, Celina. This is definitely a place to check out.
With over 750 acres to this master plan community, it's going to take some really big names to make that happen. Names like Perry, which you may be familiar with. I think they make a phenomenal product, and they're all over Fort Worth as well. Real high-end luxury quality whenever they build their houses. Another really big name that you're probably familiar with if you live in the DFW area is also Highland Homes. These guys are great. We talk them up every chance we get because I just think they make a good product. Even like their affordable lines are great, all the way up to their luxury lines, or it's really just stand out. Another thing that stands out is the lighting that they use in American Legend homes. So these guys, you may know them as Grand Homes on the DFW or on the Fort Worth side of DFW. I really like the things that they're doing with accent lighting and the really wow factor architectural features that they put into their home. And then lastly, we've got Tradition Homes, which we actually showcased them earlier today at Wilson Creek. And I'm really liking the product that they're putting out here in this neighborhood. And stick around because we may have footage for this later, but at the moment they don't have anything on the ground here. Grenadier Homes is actually going to be putting townhomes into this community as well, so high density housing is also an option.
We're going to take you into this American Legend home. This is on a 65-foot lot. They actually have 50-foot lots, 60-foot lots, and 65-foot lots, and of course the 40-foot lots. But this house is phenomenal, so I wanted to show you guys. All right, so first of all, nice iron door right there. So coming in, we're gonna have a nice big office here with these beams running across the trade ceiling. You've got a laundry room here that connects to your master closet, which is awesome. And then here's your guest suite. So you're gonna have a bedroom up front with a 3/4 bathroom here. And so if you've got somebody staying in, whatever, then they can definitely utilize that. That's nice to have their own space. And then of course, if you got guests over here, you're gonna have your powder bath. They put a bench in, which is kind of cool. I love this look, how they kind of built this out and put a little platform up here. And then they've got this more modern rail going up their staircase, which I really like. I guess, I don't know if it's transitional, a little modern. And then this is the breathtaking part. You walk in and you've got this glass wine rack here going on, wine room. Also, this is like my worst nightmare, having a 1-year-old right now. There'd just be fingerprints all over the bottom 2 feet of that. But as you come in, you have these huge ceilings. Obviously, the fireplace goes all the way up to the ceiling. You have these huge sliding glass doors, windows up top for more natural light. And then this kitchen is super nice, very large. So if you like entertaining, this is definitely a great spot to do it. So you've got, I think, a little bit oversized island right here, and then double ovens, ton of cabinet space. And if this cabinet space wasn't enough, they have more cabinet space. So this is a nice feature they put in here. And then you've got a little wine fridge, kegerator. I don't know what you put on the top rack. I don't know what it is, but I'm a fan. So made our way over here. We're gonna check out the master. All right, so right away, this is something that I feel like the women are gonna love, with this nice huge chandelier with a vaulted ceiling, plenty of room, a lot of natural light coming in. You have these soft tones in here. And making our way into the master, just a lot of space. I love how much room there is in here, how much counter space my wife would have for all of her stuff. And you've got a nice big ledge going around the tub as well. So if you're like one of those people that like to put an excessive amount of candles up whenever you're taking a bath, doing your thing, perfect. And then this brings us into the master closet. And upstairs here we have a really nice gaming area, second living room, loft, play area, whatever you name it. You've got 3 more bedrooms up here. So this one has a detached full bathroom, and then you've got a Jack and Jill in the other corner. But over here, they've utilized this space here for a movie room, or also could be a playroom here, whatever you need. but good use of space up here. So one of the great things about having a 65-foot wide lot is there's more opportunity to have these large porch areas. So if you're somebody that likes to enjoy the outdoor space, and although you're not gonna have tons and tons of backyard space, there is definitely some more backyard here. As you can see, they've done a nice job with their finish outs. But anyways, if you are looking for something big, something really nice, and you wanna be in that Prosper school district, this could be a great option for you.
All right, just to wrap up Mosaic, we're not gonna lie to you guys. It's gonna take a pretty penny to get into that neighborhood. Most of the stuff around there is around like the $700,000 and up. There's a 40-foot product where you can get in there for about 600, maybe high fives. But there is gonna be a bit of a sticker shock in one other department. The base tax rate for Mosaic and Celina is gonna be 2.29, which isn't bad. Don't get me wrong, that's less than Fort Worth. They are under a PID at the moment since they are pumping so much money and infrastructure into that area, but the PID is a bit of a, it's a bit steep.
It's a bummer, it's really what it is.
0.7%, so you're paying almost 3% tax rate to live in Mosaic, which honestly, if you've got the cash for it, it's a great neighborhood. I don't think it's any reason not to live there, but if you're on the cusp of affordability, you may need to consider some of the other options we mentioned today in this video.
Yeah, and these are not the only neighborhoods up here. If you're moving this way, please do reach out to us. We'd love to work with you on helping you find that perfect spot. But I mean, there's all kinds of other neighborhoods like Windsong, Star, Mustang, that are all in this area. And stay tuned to the channel if you want to know more about those. But yeah, the ones that we visited today, I feel like those are all great options.
Yeah.
Just depending on your situation.
And if that is something that you can afford, you're getting a great deal as far as not just the neighborhood goes, but also the school district. So that one, since it is right on the edge of Celina and Prosper, is going to be Prosper ISD. And if you know anything about Prosper ISD, it's a phenomenal school district. We hopefully will have some screen or shots on screen of this, but their sports complexes are huge, like bigger than some city stadiums.
Yeah, and then also Celina, I mean, it's A-rated on niche as well. So like, it's not a bad school district at all. So you've got lots of good options if you're looking to move up this way. Yeah. But apart from that, if you guys are looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call Tom.